Hello, everyone. It's Steve with Aptera Owners Club. Today is the day after Christmas, and I wanted to do a little follow up on Sono Motors' campaign to save Sion. You remember we covered this in a video a little while back, asking, "Is this where Aptera is headed?" Sono's asking for deposits on their Sion, and so if you look at this. They are this is a 50-day campaign. There's 30 days left, so they're 20 days into it, so 40% into it. And if you look at the bottom here, they have 1,107 out of 3,500 fully paid Sion cars available. So they're about 40% into it and about 30% um, towards their goal. So they're a little off target. Initially, it looked pretty good, but I think momentum is slowing down now. Either this will peter out, or when it gets close to the end, sometimes there's a big uptick in uptick, and they might make it. If you guys remember the details of this, the way this works is currently our pre-orders in the Aptera and currently the pre-orders in their Sion are in an escrow account. They're not available for them to use for tooling and to start production. Okay, they're refundable deposits. They're safe. They're in an escrow account, and you can get your money back. What Sono Motors is asking for is for people to commit to pay a percentage of their orders, like 10%, 20%, 50%. And they were giving some discounts if you prepay a larger portion. The difference being is that when you prepay under this campaign, those do not go to an escrow account and they can use that money to get into funding. So Sono Motors is having the exact same problem Aptera is having. They do not have the capital to tool up and to get into production. So they were asking their community and their customers to pony up money to get to production. Here's the issue is that that money is not refundable. So let's say they get the money, they start production, but they run into problems and they need even more money and they can't find it. Well, then they're not going to get a car. And these people, like, let's say you prepaid 100% into your Sion and you gave them $30,000 and they don't make it to production, well, you're just out $30,000. You're not getting a car. You lost that money basically. So it's a bit of a gamble, and they are trying to see what their community is willing to offer them. Now, a bunch of people have floated these ideas in the comments for Aptera to do too. Like, why doesn't Aptera just ask for bigger deposits? If the 38,000 pre-order people, if they all pay like $1,500 extra, we could get $50 million that way, which sounds like a great idea. If you could, and that's essentially what Sono Motors is doing. But those would have to be non-refundable deposits that you could theoretically just lose all the money if they don't make it to production, which they probably will make it to production if they get enough funding, but there is no guarantee of that. So um, that's where Sono Motors is at right now, and we'll just have to see how they're doing because I suspect that Aptera is watching this very closely because unless they get a large investor to give them $50 million, this is where they might be headed. I'm pretty sure that they're looking at this, how this works out for them. If this works out and it seems to be well received, we may see this happening, and we may, as customers and as pre-order holders, have to decide whether we're willing to pony up money that we may never get back um, to in order to, like, lock in some perks, like uh, lock in at the current price, maybe get a discount, protect yourself from further price increases that Aptera is most likely going to have to do because of inflation and supply chain issues. So yeah, that's something for us to think about, and I think we should just keep an eye on this as Aptera fans, just to see how this goes. We'll revisit this probably in a month and see how it ended up, maybe a little time before. But I'm watching this closely, and I'm sure Aptera's finance people are doing exactly the same thing. All right, so tell me what you guys think about the Sono Motors campaign. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think they're going to make it? Thanks for watching. Thanks to our supporting members, and have a great day, everyone.